Okay, so we're back. I am going to do some side-by-side stuff so that we can see everything, the code in our website at the same time. And I'm also going to do a skinny version of my directory in case I need to refer back to it because we're going to be doing some other things in there as well. Okay, so, oopsie. I'm going to go back and I went ahead and I fixed my file. So I put it back so that it says bailey.jpg. So I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to go back and refresh just to make sure that the image shows up. So as you see, I have other images in there, Bailey 2 and Bailey 3, but let's investigate those a little bit. Bailey 2 is a PNG, and it is a different size. Has larger kilobytes, but the dimensions are different. When we type that one in, we're going to have to make sure we put .png instead of .jpg. Bailey 3 happens to be another JPEG, but this one is much larger. So when we put these images in, they're going to look a lot bigger. So let's go ahead and do that. The nice thing is that we have one picture working. As soon as you have one picture working, you should just do the old copy and paste trick, in my opinion. Just makes your life easier. Oopsie, I'm sorry. That's probably annoying. All right, so I'm going to copy this. And make sure it's on its own separate line just so we can see it. Okay, so I want to get Bailey 2 in there, PNG. And I can't remember what these pictures are. I think the second one is a selfie, so we're going to call that, I'm calling that the Bailey selfie. And then the last one is Bailey 3, and that's also a JPEG. So let's go ahead and save. Let's go ahead and refresh. So I've got 2 showing. So I got the selfie, and then, oh, I got the pool picture. So that's what I'm going to put in there. So you notice a bunch of stuff going on here. They're side by side. They're different widths. These 2 are the same height, it looks like. And we're just going to let those go for a second. I'm going to make this last one say Bailey Pool. So at the end of the day, what we've learned is how to put in an image. The images all look different in size, and we should put alternate text in. And now we're going to play around and talk a little bit from the web designer standpoint. So I'm going to add some comment. So for images, you always want to control the width. Okay, we're going to be doing image resizing. So the rule of thumb typically is that you want to specify the width, maintain aspect ratio. Ratio. So I'm going to add that note in there. So what the heck is an aspect ratio? So let's Google it. The ratio of the width to the height of an image. That's what the aspect ratio is. So I'm going to go copy that, add it to my document, just so we all have that as a note. Okay. Okay. So how do we do that? So I'm going to suggest to you that I want all of these images to have a width of 240. So I have this tool that's called an image resizer. So go ahead and click on this link, and I'm going to make this bigger. There's tons of tools out there to resize images, but I just find that this one is the easiest to use. So we're going to let's start with the third image, because that one was really, in terms of sizing, it was out of whack. So we're on the desktop and demo website. So I'm going to pick number 3. Now, when you load it in, it automatically tells, kind of shows you what it looks like. And you can kind of go down to the bottom, and this is where you resize. So notice that you should always keep this box checked to keep aspect ratio. Otherwise, it's going to be out of proportion. So I want all of my images to be 240 width. And remember, width times height. So I'm just going to come in here, and as soon as I change this number changes as well. That's how the aspect ratio is maintained, so it doesn't look out of proportion. Select the output format. It's going to be what it was originally, so it's going to be JPG. And then what you want to do is hit resize image. So it shows you the old image was this size, the new image was this size. So you can see right away that this compressing effect reduced the file size. So then what you want to do is you got to download the image. Okay, so this is what the image looks, that's the file name. So I'm going to show that in the browser. Oops, show in folder, sorry. No, I don't want that. I'm going to get this out of the way. Let's go back to this part here. Let's go to my downloads folder and find it. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to rename it. So this is Bailey 3. Oops. This is Bailey 3, but it's 240 because it's 240 width. So I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to take that file and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it in my demo website folder. So notice that I can click on this and it tells me the dimensions 240 by 180. Now, one thing that I noticed that I don't like is that it's sideways. So let's delete this and do it again. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to go back to my image resizer. So for whatever reason, when it uploaded the original file, it rotated it. So let's figure out how to make it go the right way. All right, so we uploaded the image, and rotate your image. So we want to rotate. So let's try to rotate it. We want to rotate it actually counterclockwise. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And you can see right away that it happened. So this is a good, oh, it should have. Let's view the new image. Okay, so it has totally been, it has been rotated. So even though it looks like that here, I think it's going to be okay. So rotate 90 degrees, only because that image we needed to. Then over here, let's once again make it 240. And now let's resize image. And and there it is. So let's download the image. Then let's walk through that process again. So we're going to go to the folder.